Wrestling Alliance.
We're closing out with this. It is another episode of Family Feud. We watched a couple of them. WCW against Glow. Closing out with this. What is Tom Zenk doing? Tom Zenk is just stolen the scene. Also, big fan of Sting tucking his polo shirt into his tights. Yeah, the WCW guys had to wear matching polos, and then Glow just gets to wear whatever costumes they brought. Yeah, Sting did everything. Don't say that. That doesn't age well. Why does he have a trophy? This might be the one where Jim Ross is hungover. What is Jim Ross doing? Rubbing the podium.
Champion of the Family Feud Wrestling Special, we have the Glow Women, which will be introduced in just a moment. But right now, trying to play for their favorite charity, the men of the
Ring of Honor #1 Contenders Trophy.
Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. We welcome Sting, ladies and gentlemen.
Again, Sting with his shirt
National Wrestling Alliance
tucked into his tights, but he brought the belt.
What did you bring with you today to help you get the chance to play for the 10,000?
I brought Z-Man, Tom Zenk.
Welcome, Z-Man. Thank you.
And I brought Lion Brian Pillman.
Welcome to the show.
We're both
And
wearing
I brought
pants.
The Candyman, Brad Armstrong.
The goddamn Candyman.
And
Shout
I
out
brought the guy that says
Dan,
it all, Jim Ross.
Delightful Dan, the goddamn Candyman, who's been suspended from Twitter for saying landlords suck.
Foundation for children that are seriously ill, and I just want to start a chant right now. Girls, you can join in too. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 in a row. 5 in a row. Come on, girl. 5 in a row. We will see. The girls
I'm so confused.
to go home with a moral victory by cleaning your clock today. Will you welcome?
That being said, it's very funny. All the wrestlers decided to wear the polos, and then Jim Ross wears the blazer.
Thank you very much, and I like your necklace.
Yes, Jonathan. We can't avoid Brad
Who did you bring
Armstrong.
with you?
Right next
Even
to
when
me,
we
I
don't have
have
wrestling
Nancy
matches,
Fiji
Brad
from
Armstrong is
Samoa.
on the stream.
I have the British blonde.
The They left it in.
Diva.
Yes, and
And from New York, Justice.
welcome, Justice. And on the
And
end.
we have Jackie Stallone with us. All right.
Welcome. the mother of
Jackie
the Glow Women.
Stallone.
And
I wish she had a gimmick name.
the charity you're playing for,
The name of the charity is Il Est Jour, and it's a national charity to teach kids how to play sports.
a very fine charity. Who
What?
gets a chance to play for their favorite charity? We'll find out when we play the feud.
One team's playing for terminally ill children, and the other one's playing for a charity that teaches kids sports. Is Sting wearing a belt with his tights too?
Good luck to both. We ask 100 people.
Sting,
who play.
in
Who put the
quotation
top 5
marks.
answers on the board. Try to find the most popular answer to this question.
Yeah, she's
Name a
literally just
magazine
wearing
where people often
lingerie.
just look at the picture. Hollywood.
Star.
Let me see. Star. Not there. Sting. Name a magazine where people often just look
These
at the picture.
outfits.
Playboy.
Let me see. Playboy.
Imagine flipping through the channels.
Think of a Steel Glow women.
Some housewife.
A magazine where
It's like,
people often
oh, I'm
just
gonna
look
watch
at the
Family
picture.
Feud. What the fuck are they wearing?
Could it be Penthouse?
Tom Zenk.
Did not make our
I don't bother with that Playboy shit. They don't show what I like.
Let me see. Car and driver.
Brian's his real name. Why was it in quotations?
Two strikes, they may get a chance to steal Candyman, a magazine where people often just
Holy
look at the
shit.
pictures.
His glasses are
Sales
thick.
catalog.
Is that good enough, Judge?
How bad
How about
were
a
his
sales
eyes?
$55 coming your way, Glow.
Not as bad as his
Where
answer.
people often just look at the picture.
But seriously, Brad Armstrong must have like the
Guide, good
Life magazine.
craziest
Magazine.
like prescription.
National Geographic. Hollywood. Some tough choices you can steal.
He's wearing like
$55.
glass coasters on his eyes.
Hollywood is Hustler.
Hey,
Hustler. You're going with?
Life magazine.
She goes under duress.
Sting's like,
for the steal
Hustler.
with Life magazine.
Jim Ross is like, big booty Asian hose.
Thanks for that. We heard some fine choices. Let's see if they made our survey. A magazine where
Hollywood's
people
outfitting
often just look
12 shampoo
at the
commercials.
pictures. Number 3. National Geographic. Said by Mount Fiji.
That was shitty to cut to
Number
Mount
4.
Fuji on that.
People.
Turning a
Not
blacktail.
that. And number 5. Vogue. You'll be in the Vogue if you're here right after these messages. Please, don't go away. I'm going to ask my good friend Gene Wood to tell you how.
If your family would like to try out for Family Feud,
We
you
should
live in the
try
Los
out for
Angeles
Family
area, call area code 213.
Let's call them.
9999.
Yeah, none of us live anywhere near each other.
Area, call area code
we'll go out to Los Angeles.
223-2101. Back to Ray.
Thank you, Gene Wood. Call today. We'll see your family on the Feud. The Glow Women, $55. The WCW Men, $0. Here we go.
All right, Tom Zenk.
Out to the Fiji against Z-Man.
Mount Fuji.
Glow Women desperately trying.
5 in a row, baby.
Fiji.
Whatever.
That was
The
Fuji.
top 8 answers are on the board. We ask 100 people. Specifically, what's the very first game you
Yeah, I
ever
love how
learned?
everybody else in the WCW team
Now,
wore
Fiji.
actual
She
clothes.
says the very
And
first
Sting
game
brought
you ever learned to
tights.
play was fruit or consequences. There's the consequence of not knowing our survey.
Fiji.
Stay here, Z-Man. Specifically,
quite
what's
a
the
Rick
very
Steiner
first game you ever learned to play?
Cards.
He says cards.
That's right, all these
kind of
people
card?
are dead. Thanks for bringing the mood down,
Which card game?
Suzanne.
Which card game?
Concentration.
He says concentration card
What?
game. Let me see concentration. No one moves. Stay right here. Listen to me, Godiva. Specifically, what's the very first game you ever learned to play?
Candyland.
She says Candyland.
I thought concentration was the game where you
There it
press
is.
down and you
Brian,
put the
Brian.
pegs.
We got 5, 6
the different
answers to
shaped
give you
pegs
control.
in the
Come back
holes.
here, Mount Fiji. Specifically, what's the very first game you ever learned to play?
We're going to pass go on this one, Monopoly.
Let me see Monopoly. Not there.
No, Brian.
Control. Here
We're
we
not
go,
teaching
right over
kids
here. Listen
Monopoly
carefully.
before anything else.
Specifically, Justice, what is the very first game you ever learned to play?
Mother, may I?
Let me see. Mother, may I? That's one strike. Here we go. Jackie,
Man, these people
specifically, what's
suck
the
at
very
this
first
game.
game you ever learned to play?
I'll never forget. Post office.
Let me see.
The post office. What is that?
Our survey. We've got $6 in the bank. Maybe you're thinking the
Seaman.
wrong way. To all people, listen to the question carefully. We ask 100 people.
Rick goes like,
specific.
listen
What's
to the
very
question
first game
before you
ever learned to
answer.
play?
Indian leg
Let me
wrestling.
see. Hide and seek. Number 1.
There you go. Look at that.
Specific.
Going around the maypole.
Let me see. Going around the maypole. Not there. But I'm not going to laugh at Mountain Fiji.
Yeah, this is
Jim,
rigged.
Specifically, what's the very first game you ever learned to play?
Tic-tac-toe.
Tic-tac-toe?
There you go,
Kick the
Jim.
can. Flying Brian. Tag. Sting, you got the answer?
Tag.
He's
Gotta
stealing
be
the
tag.
bag. He says
Freeze
with
tag.
Tag.
Freeze tag. Freeze tag.
There it is.
Freeze tag. Freeze tag.
WCW, get in the game.
Yeah, Sting's like, look at
We didn't
tag.
know. Specifically, what's the very first game you ever learned to play? Here's a teaching moment, America. Number 2. Hopscotch. The very first game on our survey was number 3.
Strip poker.
Old Maid. Number 4.
Man, how awful was Jim Ross to these men?
Patty cake. Tied. Patty cake,
imagine.
Old Maid, tag, all tied. Here we go. And number 6. Baseball, softball. And finally, number 8.
Go
Goldfish.
fish. What
We
the
don't
hell
want
were
you to
those
go
other
fish. We're gonna
games
come
they were
right back
talking
with a
about?
lot more feuding fun. Please be here.
Oh, man.
We're feuding the Glow Women, $55. The WCW 30. Here we go.
When do
with
you?
another
That's right. That's a good point, Suzanne. When do you learn baseball?
Brian.
Take no prisoners.
You're taking no prisoners? Well, if you
Absolutely
do,
not.
frisk them.
We're still better looking than them.
You are better looking. Here we go.
Why are so
won't
many?
argue that
Because
point.
old
Top
people
5
loved card
answers
games.
are on the board.
Bender. That's why there's
question.
so many card
Name
games.
a part of the body for which people do special exercises. Godiva.
Stomach.
She says the stomach. Number 1. Think of a steal. Here come the Glow Women. Justice.
I'm glad
Name
Brian
a part
didn't
of the
get a
body
chance.
for which people do special exercises.
The legs.
Let me see the legs. Is there.
Yeah, I'm glad the team
I
whose
know.
charity is to
Okay,
teach
but
kids
five.
sports lost
Show me
the question.
the 5.
What is the first game that kids learn?
$73 in the bag.
Tom Zenk with a Jim Halpert.
Let's concentrate. I'll do this for you. Part of the body for which people do special exercise.
Their bust, their chest. You know?
How do you do that?
You know how to do it.
I don't know how to do it. Can I see it real quickly? What is that
It's
exercise?
the weirdest
How
thing
did I
I've
do it?
ever
I can
seen
tell
somebody
you
do to
perfected it.
describe a
All right.
chest. She's straight edge? She's better than
Let me
you?
see. The bust. It's there. Mountain Fiji, a part of the body for which people
Mountain.
do special exercise.
Mountain is my mom. You can call me
Gluteus
Mount.
maximus. I'll translate that. Butt. All right. Show me the gluteus maximus. The bottom.
The bottom.
Godiva, how appropriate. You can bring home this bank and a big lead for the Glow Women if you name a part of the body for which people... You've got what?
I've got 2.
Yes, you do. But if you could just answer this question... We can
What?
always edit, I'll tell you, but you can't pass a line like that up. Shame on
Why
me.
do they
Here we
keep
go.
cutting to
The part of
Tom
the body-
Zenk?
I'm glad
There's
I'm wearing
4
this
other
up.
guys on that
Part of the
team.
body for which people do special exercises.
Arms.
Is he the only one that's like not falling asleep?
That's 2 strikes. All right, Justice.
They're only cutting to
Part
Tom
of the body
Zenk.
which people do special exercises.
Calves.
Yes.
She says, for the bank.
Calves is a good one. I
calves.
see arms in the chat.
Gentlemen, they're going to keep the bank unless you name a part of the body for which people do special
That's a good point,
exercises.
Henry.
Jim?
You're asking 90s wrestlers to
Shoulders.
like, answer a question like a real person.
Or neck, back, or neck.
We've got $85 up for grabs. Back.
I somehow
Back.
don't
He's gonna
think
steal that bag
these
with
people
the
are
back.
working out their minds.
It's not there. The gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
Answering
Take the
back
bag.
is such a
Part of the body.
bodybuilder answer.
You think it's neck? Show me number 2.
Arms.
Hips.
Hips,
Not bad.
wow.
$140 for the Glow Women, the WCW 30. Here we go. It's another favorite.
The goddamn Candyman.
The women are coming alive. The
You
dollar
can
value
tell Vince
doubled. And the
McMahon
top 4 answers are on
is
the
not
board.
running
Think
WCW because he
carefully
would
about
never
this
let,
question. Name something that happened.
especially in this
nursery
era, a
rhyme.
male wrestler
Jack
stand
and
next to
Jill.
a female wrestler who is bigger than
Candyman?
him.
Up the hill.
They
Or at
went
least
up
taller.
the hill. Tis number 2. Number 1 gives you control, Justice. Name something that happened in the nursery rhyme.
Brad
Jack and
Armstrong's
Jill.
glasses are
Carried a
like this
pail of water.
thick.
They went to carry a pail of water. It's number 3. Think of the feel. The men have control.
For once,
Here we
Brad
go,
Armstrong
Jim.
goes
Name
over.
something that happened in the nursery rhyme, Jack and Jill.
Are you training for the big fight?
I'm going to try to get ready for it.
Saturday night, October 27th, Chicago, Halloween Havoc. There's your shirt.
Jim Ross
Okay, I'll be ready for it.
chilling the
I will be there,
pay-per-view.
and I will wear this shirt. I've got more shirts. I'm going to be in shape. But now
That's
we're getting
just
back to
a red
something very serious,
shirt.
Jim.
Is there
Nursery
anything
rhyme,
even
Jack
on
and
that
Jill.
shirt?
Name something specific that happened in that nursery rhyme.
Oh, Jack fell down.
All right, show me.
Jack fell down.
Number 1. Jack fell down. Takes the bank
Jim
down,
Ross.
$90 in sting. Something that happened in the nursery rhyme, Jack and Jill.
That's what his podcast should be, is him just recapping
She
nursery
came
rhymes.
tumbling after him. That is 1 strike. What are you going to say, Z-Man?
Yeah, he broke his crown or something?
All right.
Broke his
Quarterback
crown or something?
breaks
Oh, no
his crown.
shit. There we go! The Z-Man.
$230 for the WCW. $140 for the
These nerds. Look at Jim Ross, he's so excited.
Right now, Jackie Stallone.
Jim Ross is more excited
We will triple the dollar
for this game of Family Feud than any match he has called in
We
AEW.
ask 100 people this question. Either hand you want there, Jackie. As long as you slap it with any body part
Let's
before
talk about this
you...
cat.
Here we go.
What is Jim Ross doing?
Name a piece of information.
I believe Jim Ross was
you should demand from
convulsing
the other
there.
driver. Jim,
Identification.
let me see. You should demand identification. What kind? He needs a specific answer, Jim.
Driver's license.
Let me see. a
Driver's license. He's getting annoyed.
Number 2.
Like the
one
Young
answer.
Bucks didn't make a
He
tag.
says his insurance. Show it to me. Number 1.
Ah, that's a good point, Brad. It took 5 grown men to remember what happened in Jack and Jill.
Bring it home. You've got the men on their knees. If you're in an auto accident, name a piece of information you should demand from the other driver.
Wait, that's a personalized Sting polo.
You should demand
That's
if
great.
they are hurt.
I want that.
That's okay. 1
I
strike.
don't get in accidents.
That's all right. Mountain Fiji.
Hefty Cynicism, thanks for the follow, for bringing the soda, in the clutch, in the half-eaten crackers. Appreciate you.
Doesn't know if you're in an auto accident. Name a piece of information you should demand from the other driver.
Their phone number.
You should demand.
That's a good point, 69. Though I do think Jim Ross is having more fun than he's letting on.
Still alive. Come on,
This is getting way more dramatic than it has any
Name a piece of information you should
reason to
demand
be.
from the other driver for the game. What do you say?
How about their name?
She says, for the game, registration.
Oh.
WCW, Jim, help it out.
Come on, Jim Ross.
In an auto accident, name a piece of information you should demand from the other driver.
Their name.
Their name?
There you go.
Address.
Jim Ross, Brian Dermody, same
Women
brainwaves.
are playing horse money for $10,000. What do you say?
Name.
3 seconds, Sting.
Please.
For you, Hollywood, name. Their name. Their name.
WCW have stolen this game. If number 3 is their name.
And there you go. Congratulations.
Unbelievable. What a steal. We will be right back to play Fast Money after this.
Typical wrestling bullshit. The men get more time than the women.
Starlight Foundation. $10,000 with the WCW men in the Starlight.
I believe WCW did win the whole
15
week.
seconds on the clock. We wish
And
good
Brian,
luck
I would
to the
go more
Candyman.
towards the former than
We
the
asked
latter.
100 people,
Look at
based on
look
what
at
you
Brad
heard or
Armstrong.
believe, what do you think you'd find in heaven?
Jesus.
How many days a week?
It's a heavy
do you read
question.
your horoscope?
Never.
A fabric used to make jackets.
Wool.
A month of baseball season.
May.
Something specific that kids take to school.
Lunchbox.
Turn around here.
Good job, Brian. You didn't embarrass mankind like Rick
What do
Steiner.
you think you'd find in heaven, you said? Jesus. Our survey said 3.
Wow!
How many days a week do you read your horoscope?
Only
You
3
said
people think Jesus is in
you read
heaven.
it never. Our survey said 30. It's good.
3 people thought Jesus was in heaven.
Horoscope in our survey. A fabric used to make jackets you selected. Wool. What did the survey say?
Yeah, seriously, that Rick Steiner answer is one of my favorite things I've ever seen. And I'm glad we all got to experience it together.
19.
Not bad.
That kids take to school. You selected lunchboxes in our survey.
Good answer.
30-year-old.
There we go. You got at least half. Hey, drugs.
Your color man has been kept off stage.
Glad
Come
to
on,
see
Jim.
ya.
Up and over. Get in here. You need 95 points.
Have to watch Jim Ross do Fast Money
20
to wrap up the
seconds goes on
stream.
clock, revealing your partner's answers.
We miss
to the
you
button.
too, drugs.
We ask 100 people, based on what you've heard or believe, what do you think?
Yeah,
you
Jim
find
Ross is
in heaven?
hungover. You were right,
God.
Susie Animal.
How many days a week do you read your horoscope?
5.
A fabric used to make jackets.
Cotton.
A month of the baseball season.
September.
Something specific that kids take to school.
Their lunch.
Try again.
Books.
Turn around here.
Look at that. Wrestler's not completely shitting the
Or
bed.
believe, what do you think you find in heaven, you said? God. Our survey said 24.
There you
An
go.
angel, the number 1 answer. An angel. How many days a week you read your horoscope? You said 5 days a week, and the survey said 10.
Good
0
job,
was the
Jim.
number 1 answer. Fabric used to make jackets, you selected cotton. Survey said
There we go.
only
Boring.
4. Wool, the number 1 answer.
A tight one.
57 points away. A month of the baseball season, you said? Playoff month, September, and the survey said 5 only. June was the number 1 answer.
Books better
Something
be
specific
real
that
good.
kids take to school. You said books. Did 52 people say it for $10,000? What did the survey say?
Oh, Jim
Number 1 answer
Ross.
was pencils, not given, but you got another $5
But again,
a point. Giving you $800.
at
$40.
least-
Come out here and hug him. We're going to come
At
right
least he
back.
didn't pull
Don't
Rick
want you to
Steiner.
go away. See you in a moment.
At least he didn't pull Rick Steiner. And hey,
I present our
kids
Family Feud
learning how to
wrestling
play sports
special
get no money regardless.
Goes to the whole game. Goes to the whole game. You made a very valiant effort. For the Family Feud and all of our wrestlers.
Sting
Jackie
wearing the
Stallone,
World
Glow Women, we
Championship.
thank you so much.
Jim Ross
Bye-bye.
holding his red shirt.